Good morning or good afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. So, this week's Torah portion, we read about Korach, the rebellion of Korach against Moses and Aaron. And we read about Korach's sons, 3 of his sons. And the rabbis tell us, the Torah tells us how the earth opened up and swallowed up Korach and all the leaders that were with him. But ironically, in a few portions later in Pinchas, the Torah tells us, Uvenei Korach lo mesu, that the sons of Korach did not die. And the question is, why didn't the sons of Korach die? And what happened to them? And the Midrash tells us something fascinating. That God saved them, they repented, and God gave them Nispatzer lehem makim b'gehenim. They got a place in hell above, in purgatory, where from there they sing the praises of God. And there's a lot of questions you could ask in this. First of all, what does it mean? Is there some box seats in hell where you could sit? Is there some physical place where you could have good seats and enjoy? And what are they singing in hell? What's going on here? And in fact, if you know some of the authors of Psalms, King David's Psalms, there's actually 12 chapters of Psalms that are actually composed by the sons of Korach, Livnei Korach. One of them is chapter 48, which you read on a Monday morning. One of them is chapter 47, which we read every time before we blow the shofar. See, here you have the sons of Korach are singing from some place in hell songs to God. What does it mean? I want to give you an answer, but I also want to connect it to my dear Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe of blessed memory, whose yahrzeit is coming up this coming Sunday. As many of you know, I grew up at the Rebbe's feet. And the Rebbe had a tremendous impact on my life, as he did on thousands of hundreds of thousands of others, and by through extension, on millions of people, and literally changed the world we live in today. And the Rebbe's impact continues through the thousands of Chassidim that the Rebbe has, and the thousands of adherers and people who are inspired by the Rebbe's message. And it's something over the next 5, 6, 7 days, every day I'll give you some idea connected to my beloved Rebbe, our beloved Rebbe, and the way he inspires this world. And the Rebbe says like this, and it's something very beautiful. You see, what was Korach's problem? If you read the beginning of this week's Torah portion, Korach says, listen, he looks at Moses and Aaron and he says, Kulam Kedoshim, everyone is holy, we're all God's kids. Umadua tisnasu al kahal Hashem, why do you have to be holier and higher? Basically what Korach was saying is like this, he says, listen, why could only you and Aaron the high priest, and you're the leader of the Jewish people, we all want to be holy, we all want to be high priests. Why only you? And of course, what does Moses answer to Korach? He says, Korach, what are you saying? God made you all Levites, you also want to be the high priest? And the Rebbe says there was a deep analogy and idea that Moses was trying to inspire and realize and make Korach realize his mistake. Korach thought that the only way you could be holy, the only way you could be connected to God, the only way you could be inspired by spirituality is if your invocation is to be the high priest. He says, listen, Aaron's the high priest so he can be close to God. He works and services in the holy temple. But what about us? What about us laymen who have to go to work every day, who have to plow the field, who have to run a business, who have to take care of a family? What about us? How do we stay spiritual and connected? And what Moses told him is, God is found everywhere. God is connected to everyone. God gives different roles for everyone. Some he wants them to be high priests working in the temple. Some he wants them to run a business. Some he wants them to be a teacher or an educator or someone who works in the front office. But each one of them, no matter where they are and how they are, could stay connected and could find spirituality and be a part of God. And that's the beauty of the sons of Korach. You see, the sons of Korach were in the rebellion of Korach. But at some point they realized their mistake. They realize that even when you're in purgatory, even when you're in hell, so to speak, even when you're feeling like you had a lousy day, even there you get sing God's praises. You see, there's work we do, and there's times in our life. How many times do you wake up and you're feeling spiritual, you're feeling connected, you want to run to shul, you want to go do a good deed, you want to study, you want to do something positive, and then there's days you wake up, if it's because of something that happened to you, your job, or just because you're in a bad mood or you got hurt by someone, and you wake up and you're not in the mood of anything, you feel like you're in hell. What Korach's children teach us is that even from hell you could sing God's praises, that no matter where you are in the world, if it's on a high mountain or it's down in the ditch, no matter how your spirits feel, don't ever think that you can't connect and be in touch with God. And the truth is, that's the Rebbe taught us. Not only did he give us this teaching, but that's the way the Rebbe lived his life. You know, Krunia has a sister who lives in Beijing, China, with her husband. A sister who lives in Mauritius Island. I have a cousin who lives in Athens, Greece, and in Istanbul, Turkey. And one of my dearest friends is in Stockholm, in Sweden. I have friends in Samarkand, in Siberia. Wherever we are, the Rebbe taught us, we could connect to every single Jew and every single human being, no matter how they're feeling in their life and where they are, has a connection. And the Rebbe never gave up on anyone. And not only did he not give up on anyone, the Rebbe sent his students and his disciples and those who adhere to his idea and his mission to every far-flung corner of the world and said, look after that soul that feels lost, that feels disconnected, that's going through a hard day, and connect them to God. Teach them that the sons of Korach taught us the most important lesson, that even when you're in hell, you get sing God's praises. And you know what? When you sing God's praises, you don't die. Korach's sons didn't die because somehow, wherever they were, they felt connected to God. My friends, that's what we're here for in Chestnut Hill. And that's what every Chabad rabbi and Rebbitzin and every human being is wherever they are. If you feel you need a connection, spirituality, reach out to me, to Gurney, to anyone around you, or open up a book. Open up Chabad.org and read something spiritual. Connect. And then you'll find out that God's with you wherever you are. This coming Sunday at the Rebbe's yahrzeit, I will be at his gravesite praying. And I would love to include you. If you want to be included, either message me on this or private message me your name and your mother's Hebrew name and what I could pray for. God bless you. Love you all. Have a great day.